Hello and welcome to Sobrix. I'm Adam and this is Sobrix. This is my channel for reviewing LEGO sets and building them and other LEGO related stuff. In this video, I'm going to be taking a look at the new LEGO Up-Scaled LEGO Minifigure set. This is set number 40649. It has 654 pieces and I paid $50 for this set. Now, this is one of the sets that came out on June 1st. It was one of the LEGO exclusives, and it was one of the ones that I really had my eye on, and I think a lot of other people did too. And so I got one, and I'm very, very excited to take a look at it. So in this video, I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to put this together, and then I'm going to share my thoughts on it. While I build this set, I will speed the video up, and then I'll slow it back down to review this. So, until then, enjoy! Okay, so that is this LEGO minifigure, LEGO exclusive upscaled LEGO minifigure set. This is awesome. This is really, really fun. And I hope they make more of these. I know they've done the Harry and Hermione versions kind of minifigures upscaled like this. And they did a pirate one, which was only available in Denmark, but I just saw one at a Bricks and Minifigs kind of near me. But they had it priced at for the pirate one like $400, so I did not pick that up, but I thought about it because I knew this was coming out and the pirate one looks interesting. I imagine between the Harry Potter, the pirate one, and this one here, they follow a lot of these same design and construction constraints or techniques. I imagine the internal structure is largely the same. How the arms and everything is built is probably largely the same. Same for the legs, maybe just some recolors and everything. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. that they're all the same. I mean, the pirate at the very least does have a different leg because of a peg leg, and there are certain differences, and Harry and Hermione have their own differences at certain points, but for the most part, there's probably a lot of similarities, but that's fine with me. I mean, there's a lot of similarities with BrickHeadz. I would love to see more of these upscaled minifigures done. So this is great. It can stand on its own. Let me switch my camera around quick, and we can see. Okay, so that is it standing a bit, and that's good. It's very, very stable. Arms can go out, and there's enough friction in there to have them be kind of in positions that a normal kind of regular size mini scale or minifigure rather would be here. And I'll switch it back here. So this is really, really great. So it is posable, like a minifigure would be. Arms can move up and down. The hands can turn. Legs can bend forward and backward. And that's great. There are no spots on the back of the legs, like holes on the back to stud it down. There are holes on the bottom that act as that. The head can swivel here, which is very good. And the face is a print, which I love to see that. And then if you're familiar with this set, you know that underneath the cap here, we have the little secret brain, where not only do we have a minifigure that matches this big one, kind of controlling it with 3 printed control panels, some levers, and some gears here for the gears turning of a brain there, which I think is very, very cute to be under there. And so this looks great. It's actually kind of advanced for building techniques wise. There's some interesting angles and interesting technic stuff kind of inside of the torso here to get the arms to attach. For the legs, there's some stuff that's like upside down, and then using those bracket pieces, and then using an inverted tile with some brackets around it, and then using plates on the other side to make kind of interesting connections. And that, like, all the mechanism for the legs here, so there's like clearance there, but there's also this all coming down here in the middle, and all the midsection, and it allows for these to bend and move, is actually pretty advanced and pretty well designed. I was very impressed with it, that all the internal kind of details in there, and you can kind of see that, like, the studs are coming down, but there's a little bit of a gap in here because it's not like totally studded down to the red. This is like a anti-stud to anti-stud, or like a back of a plate to a back of a plate there. And there's just a lot of interesting kind of weird techniques that I probably wouldn't have thought of. And I got to give the designers of these a lot of credit for that, because it's pretty darn cool. I think, this set is really great. It's very basic, but it gets me really excited for like future sets, because if they can keep making these, like they might make BrickHeadz of just like iconic characters or licensed things or whatever, I think they would sell tremendously well. Now, I don't know if the Harry Potter one sold very well at all, but that's a combination of a few things, perhaps. I just had a blast building this. There's not too many complaints. I think the boxes in Europe were slightly different, because I watched Tiago Cantarino's video. I think that's his name. Tiago's video about this set, and the inside of his box was black, and so the back of the instructions got all stained, and he had some marks on the dome piece. But the inside of my box is just normal cardboard, so I don't know if that's just a difference from Europe to America or what. But either way, I didn't have any issues with that. In his video, he did talk about these cheese slopes up here that aren't great for getting the right curves of the head, but in my opinion, for a brick-based system, they're not too bad. I actually really like how the arms came together. They have this angle, they use a hinge there, but they close up a lot of the gaps, and it's still a little more blocky than, say, a normal minifigure's arms are, but, you know, that's to be expected, and it's the same with, like, let me put this on here. So a normal minifigure arm kind of has softer curves, not as abrupt, not as squared off, but it's a pretty good approximation, and I'm okay with that, just like I'm okay with the brim of the hat not having a curve. While I think it would be great to have a curve like the baseball cap for the minifigure here, I'm not sure if that's doable in this, you know, with this kind of system here. It would have been great, but it might not have been easy or structurally sound or anything else. So if there's some weird stuff around the arms or around the head, you know, I think the more glaring one for me is just this flat brimmed cap instead of a you know, a little arch to the brim there. So I'm totally cool with that, and I had a blast building this, and I'm gonna very happily display this. I think this is a great set for anybody, but for LEGO fans, if you like LEGO like I do, this is just a really classic looking figure and a really neat display piece that I think is like deceptively challenging. It's one of those things that I might look at and be like, oh yeah, I mean, I could build that, whatever. But then having done it, I don't think I would have been able to, you know, design something like this. It's very well done, and I love how it looks, and I'm very, very happy with it. So this set is 654 pieces for $50. I think that's a great deal. Not only is that like a great price per piece, including some like bigger pieces and stuff, it just feels, this has like a lot of weight to it. It's very it's heavy, it's sturdy, it can be posed, it can be sat or stand. There's a lot of good stuff in here. There's the hidden details and everything else that this easily feels like $50 for me. Obviously, like I normally say, if it was cheaper, it would be better, but I don't think this is overpriced. Now, I do wonder if they were to make more licensed ones. The Harry Potter set, I think, had like 1,100 pieces and was $120 or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but you know, I wouldn't want to see licensed ones of these come out and be like $70 and be the same piece counts. I mean, I guess that's close to making sense, but I feel like the $50 price range is really, really good and still really collectible. I guess if I'm comparing it to something else in the price range with a similar kind of thing, I might compare it to the helmet displays or the mask displays, and those retail for like $50, $60, $70, up to $80 each one. Some of them have similar piece counts, might be similar audiences. I don't know. I think if they did these upscale minifigures for Star Wars characters and Marvel characters and DC and this and that and the other thing, or even Ninjago and, you know, maybe Dreams and any other LEGO stuff, I think they could do really well, provided they, you know, aren't exceptionally overpriced. Now, if this is anything to go by, this isn't too bad. I think $50 for this is a really fair price. So I'm perfectly happy with this, and I just think this is a really great set. It just makes me feel very good. It was very, very fun, and I'm a big fan. So hopefully they make more, and hopefully they're not too overpriced. As is, this is really great. Maybe I will get the Harry Potter ones at some point. Maybe I will pull the trigger on the pirate one, but I don't know if I want to spend $400 on that. We'll see. If I could get it cheaper, then the possibility of me getting it goes up. But for now, I really, really like this. If you like this video, consider giving it a like, and if you like the other videos on my channel, consider subscribing to it so you can stay up to date on all the LEGO videos I will be doing here in the future, including more of the new LEGO exclusives from this June 2023 release, and more Ninjago and more Marvel and Star Wars and Friends and all types of stuff. So subscribe so you don't miss any of the upcoming LEGO videos I will be doing. And if you want to support this channel in another way, consider hopping over to the Sobrix Patreon, where not only will you help support this channel financially, but and help me grow and help me expand and all these other things all these other plans that I have, but you'll also get access to some exclusive content and some get to know me things and potentially some giveaways and a bunch of other stuff over there. So hop over to the Sobrix Patreon and check it out. Every little bit helps, and I really appreciate everybody watching and giving and subscribing, and I just want to say thank you, and until next time, thanks. Bye.